J2Cents announced that he had COVID-19 on Twitter 6 weeks ago. He figured out how to use the camera again, made some videos, and went to bed. A week later, he posted this tweet. I understand many of you have differing opinions on how we should operate, but please understand I am following my local guidelines on the matter, not the orders barked at me online. We feel great, and we are ready to work. Thanks for all the well wishes. J2Cents, Phil, and Nick returned to work shortly thereafter. That was a month ago. Did J2Cents change anything after being sick with COVID-19? My first impression of J2Cents being back on the job was that the camera depth seemed deeper, as if Phil, the editor behind the camera, took a step back, or 2, or 10, to maintain proper social distancing. J2Cents doesn't wear a mask in front of the camera. That's fine if everyone behind the camera is wearing a mask. When they're not recording, everyone should be wearing a mask. That was the example we saw from Linus at Linus Tech Tips. When J2Cents refurnished the tabletop of his workbench, he wore an N95 mask to block out the dust and fumes. Nick also wore an N95 mask. Was that proof that everyone was practicing proper social distancing? Not so fast. Wearing a N95 mask, in this case, was a Cal OSHA guideline, and not a county health guideline. Cal OSHA is the California Occupational Safety and Health Administration. If Nick gets a paper cut and J2Cents refuses to give him a Band-Aid, Nick could file a complaint with Cal OSHA. They would investigate the complaint, shut down the business, and put everyone out of work. Cal OSHA is no joke. J2Cents had all but ignored social distancing in his studio before he got COVID-19. The prime example that I presented in my previous video was J2Cents and Nick sitting side by side at a table, and an Instagram photo of Phil behind the camera. Everyone was less than 6 feet away from each other, and no one wore a mask. I was willing to give J2Cents the benefit of the doubt that he would change things after being sick. That didn't last a month. Here's J2Cents and Nick sitting side by side at a table, neither of them wearing a mask, and Phil having his own camera behind the camera. For an example of social distancing and wearing masks, check out President Biden's press conference. Everyone was wearing masks and sitting 6 feet apart. When the president spoke without wearing a mask, the front row was 12 feet away. There was no excuse for why J2Cents couldn't make similar changes inside his warehouse studio. I've gotten pushback on who am I to question J2Cents. As a wise man once said,
well, opinions are like everybody has one.
My opinion just happens to be bigger. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.